Welcome back to Z Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you love numismatics and the thrill of discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, then you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth an absolute fortune, the 1965 Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Some rare variations of this coin have sold for staggering amounts, and one particular piece is rumored to be worth an astonishing $3.90 million. So, what makes the 1965 Washington quarter so special? Why are some of these coins commanding sky-high prices at auctions? And most importantly, could you be holding one of these rare gems right now? The history of the 1965 Washington quarter. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to take a quick trip back in time to the mid-1960s. Before 1965, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But due to a severe silver shortage, the U.S. Mint made a major change. Starting in 1965, quarters were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, meaning they no longer contained silver. This shift marked a turning point in American coinage, but it also led to a fascinating mystery. Some 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on 90% silver planchets. These rare transitional era coins are the ones that fetch massive prices at auctions. How to identify a rare 1965 silver quarter now? Let's get to the good stuff. How can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of these valuable errors? Here's what to look for. Weight check: a regular 1965 clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, while a rare silver-struck error coin will weigh around 6.25 grams. If your coin feels heavier than normal, you might have something special. Edge inspection: a standard clad quarter has a copper-colored edge, while a silver quarter has a solid silver appearance with no visible copper. Sound test: silver coins produce a high-pitched ring when tapped against another metal, while clad quarters sound duller. Magnet test: silver is not magnetic, so if your quarter sticks to a magnet, it's a normal clad coin. The $3.9 million coin: fact or fiction? Now, let's address the big claim, the $3.9 million 1965 quarter. While no documented auction has confirmed a sale at this exact amount, several 1965 silver quarters have sold for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, in 2019, a PCGS-graded MS-67 silver 1965 quarter sold for over $10,000 at auction. And in 2022, a near-perfect example went $4.12,650. So, while a $3.9 million sale might be an exaggeration, it's not impossible. If an extremely rare, high-grade, uncirculated silver 1965 quarter were to surface, it could spark a bidding war among collectors, pushing the price to new heights. Current market value of the 1965 Washington quarter. So, what are these coins worth today? Here's a general breakdown. Regular 1965 clad quarters in circulated condition are worth face value. Uncirculated clad quarters can sell for $5 to $50, depending on condition. 1965 silver transitional errors start at $5,000 and can go well over $12,000 in top condition. At high grade, certified 1965 silver quarters can reach six figures at major auctions. How to sell your rare 1965 quarter? If you think you have a valuable 1965 quarter, here's what you should do. Weigh and examine it using the tips mentioned earlier. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Research recent auction prices on platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Consider selling through an auction house to get the best price possible. Final thoughts: the 1965 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how a small mistake at the U.S. Mint can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. While most 1965 quarters are worth just a quarter, some rare silver-struck errors are worth thousands. And who knows, maybe one day a perfect specimen will sell for millions. So, check your pockets, search your old coin rolls, and keep an eye out for that rare 1965 silver quarter. You never know, you might just strike gold, or in this case, silver. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1966 Washington quarter. You might be surprised to learn that some of these coins are worth a staggering amount of money, with certain rare examples reaching values as high as $3.8 million. But why is that? What makes the 1966 quarter so special? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins in your collection? Stay tuned as we break it all down. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 as a way to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It was originally designed by John Flanagan and remained largely unchanged for decades. However, by 1965, the United States Mint made a significant shift, moving away from silver coinage due to rising costs and the depletion of silver reserves. That led to the introduction of the copper-nickel-clad composition, and the 1966 Washington quarter was among the second-year issues of this new material. These quarters were minted at a time when people were hoarding older silver coins, making them historically significant. So why are some 1966 quarters worth so much? Well, there are a few key factors that determine a coin's value: rarity, condition, errors, and demand among collectors. While most 1966 quarters are common, a small number of them have unique characteristics that make them highly sought after. Some rare varieties include quarters struck on silver planchets instead of the standard copper-nickel composition. Others may have doubling errors, off-center strikes, or full drum details on the reverse, which significantly increase their worth. And then, there are the incredibly rare specimens that have fetched millions at auctions due to their historical significance and pristine condition. Now, let's talk about the big money. A 1966 Washington quarter reportedly worth $3.8 million. This might sound unbelievable, but rare coins can reach astronomical values when they have unique characteristics. Some of the most valuable quarters have exceptional mint errors, such as being struck on a silver planchet or having a dramatic double die. Additionally, a coin's grade plays a major role in determining its worth. A quarter that has been preserved in mint state condition, especially with full details and no wear, can fetch a jaw-dropping price at auction. Recently, collectors and investors have been willing to pay top dollar for these unique and rare finds. So, how can you tell if you have one of these incredibly valuable quarters? Here are some key things to look for. Check the coin's weight. A standard clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams, while a silver error quarter will weigh around 6.25 grams. Look for any doubling on the lettering, date, or design features. Examine the drum on the reverse. If you see full, sharp lines, you may have a high-grade example. Inspect the edges. A silver quarter will not have the characteristic copper core that is visible on clad coins. Consider having your coin graded by a professional numismatic service like PCGS or NGC, as authentication and grading can significantly impact value. Narrator: most 1966 Washington quarters in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 25 cents, but higher grade examples can sell for a few dollars to hundreds. Coins with errors, silver planchets, or in near-perfect condition can reach thousands. And as we mentioned before, the rarest and most exceptional pieces have been valued in the millions. The coin market is constantly evolving, so keeping up with recent auction records and trends is crucial if you're hoping to cash in on a rare find. Narrator: there you have it, folks, the fascinating story behind the 1966 Washington quarter. If you have some old change lying around, it's definitely worth checking for hidden treasures. Who knows? You might just have a fortune sitting in your pocket. We're diving into the history, errors, and incredible value of the 1972 Washington quarter, including one rare coin that has been valued at an astonishing $3.70 million. If you have a 1972 quarter, don't spend it just yet. Some of these coins are worth far more than 25 cents, and today, I'll show you exactly what to look for to determine if you have a jackpot coin. History of the 1972 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design, created by John Flanagan, became an iconic part of U.S. currency. By 1972, the quarter was being struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, since silver had been phased out in 1965. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 215 million Washington quarters in 1972, while the Denver Mint produced over 311 million, and the San Francisco Mint made proof coins. Because of these high mintage numbers, most 1972 quarters are common, but certain error coins and rare varieties can be worth a fortune. Why some 1972 quarters are worth thousands or even millions? So, what makes some 1972 quarters so valuable? There are several key factors. Rare mint errors. Some 1972 quarters have dramatic minting mistakes, such as double dies, off-center strikes, missing letters, or wrong planchets. High-grade coins and quarters that are in pristine, uncirculated condition with high grades like MS-67 or MS-68 can fetch big money. Special varieties. There are rare die varieties and unusual mint marks that collectors seek, driving prices sky-high. One of the most famous 1972 quarters is a double die obverse variety. If you look closely, you may notice strong doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Coins with this error can sell for thousands of dollars at auctions. Another extremely rare error is the 1972 quarter struck on a silver planchet. Even though silver quarters were discontinued in 1965, some planchets were left over and accidentally used. If you find a 1972 quarter that looks shinier, weighs around 6.25 grams, and sounds different when dropped, you might have a silver error coin worth thousands. The 1972 quarter worth $3.7 million? Is it real? Now, let's talk about the $3.7 million Washington quarter. There have been reports of an ultra-rare 1972 quarter selling for this mind-blowing amount. While most 1972 quarters are common, an extremely rare and unique error coin could justify such a high price. If an ultra-rare prototype, unique die variety, or historically significant quarter were discovered, it could sell for millions at a major auction. Even though most quarters won't reach that value, some verified 1972 quarters have sold for over $30,000 in top condition with rare errors. Current market value of the 1972 quarter. If you have a regular 1972 quarter in circulated condition, it's worth only 25 cents. A high-grade uncirculated 1972 quarter can sell for $10 to $50. If you find a 1972 D quarter in MS-67 condition, it could be worth over $1,500. A double die error or silver planchet error can sell for $5,000 to $30,000. And if you're lucky enough to discover a one-of-a-kind rare variety, who knows? You might just have a multi-million-dollar coin. Final tips: how to check if you have a valuable 1972 quarter. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, missing letters, or off-center strikes. Weigh your coin. If it weighs 6.25 grams, you may have a rare silver. Planchet error. Check the condition. Coins with no scratches, wear, or marks are worth more. Get your coin graded. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your coin's value. Conclusion: the 1972 Washington quarter is a fascinating coin with hidden gems that could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you have any 1972 quarters, make sure to inspect them carefully before spending them. We're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins, and we have a truly exciting one to talk about: the 1974 Washington quarter-dollar coin. Yes, you heard that right. Some versions of this coin have sold for millions of dollars, and collectors are on the hunt for these rare treasures. If you have a 1974 quarter lying around, you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. So stay tuned as we break down the history of this coin, the rare errors that make some versions incredibly valuable, and what the current market prices are for these hidden gems. And before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. History of the 1974 Washington quarter. The Washington quarter series was first introduced in 1932, designed by sculptor John Flanagan to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, the quarter has undergone several design and composition changes, but the 1974 version remains one of the most talked about among collectors. BY 1974, quarters were no longer made of 90% silver, as the U.S. Mint had transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965 due to rising silver prices. The 1974 quarter was struck at 3 different mint locations. Most of these quarters were produced in massive quantities, with over 800 million made that year. So why are some of them worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Let's find out. The $3.6 million 1974 quarter. What makes it so valuable? Most 1974 quarters are worth face value, just 25 cents. However, some rare and error coins can be worth a staggering amount. One particular 1974 quarter reportedly sold for $3.6 million at an auction due to its unique characteristics and rarity. Here's what makes it special. The 1974 aluminum quarter. One of the most famous errors in U.S. coin history is the 1974 aluminum quarter. The U.S. Mint experimented with aluminum coins in 1974 to combat rising metal costs. However, this plan was abandoned, and the few aluminum quarters that were struck were never released into circulation. Only a handful of these aluminum quarters exist, and most were either returned to the mint or destroyed. But a few managed to escape, making them one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in history. If you happen to find one, you could be looking at millions of dollars in value. Double die errors. Some 1974 quarters feature a double die obverse error, where the details of George Washington's face, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" appear doubled. Depending on the severity of the doubling, these quarters can range from a few $100s to several $1,000s. Off-center strikes and broad strikes. Quarters that were struck off-center or without a reeded edge are also highly valuable. At a quarter with a 50% off-center strike can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Full drum lines on reverse. A 1974 quarter with a sharp, fully detailed drum on the reverse, next to the eagle, is known as a full drum lines (FDL) quarter. These coins are rare in high grades and can command premium prices. Current market value of the 1974 Washington quarter. Now, let's talk about the current market value for these quarters. While the common 1974 quarters are worth only face value in circulated condition, some high-grade and rare error coins can be worth significantly more. Regular circulated 1974 quarter 25 cents to $1, uncirculated MS65 quarter $10 to $50, proof 1974 S quarter $5 to $2.51974, D double die error $100 to $1.000 plus major off-center strikes $500 to $5.000 aluminum 1974 quarter $250,000 to $3.60 million plus. One of the most expensive 1974 quarters was a 1974 D aluminum quarter, which was set to go up for auction with an expected value of millions of dollars. However, due to legal disputes with the U.S. Mint, it was never officially sold. If you were to find one today, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. How to check if you have a rare 1974 quarter? So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable quarters? Check the metal composition. If your 1974 quarter looks lighter than normal or has a silver-like appearance, it might be an aluminum quarter. A simple weight test can help. Regular quarters weigh 5.67 grams, while aluminum quarters weigh around 1 gram. Examine the mint mark. Look under "In God We Trust" for AD or S. No mint mark means it was made in Philadelphia. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for double die errors, off-center strikes, or full drum lines. Check coin grading services. If you think you have a valuable quarter, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Final thoughts? Could you have a fortune in your pocket? The 1974 Washington quarter might seem like just another coin, but as we've seen today, some versions are worth a life-changing amount of money. Whether it's an aluminum prototype, a double die error, or a misstrike, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare gems. So the next time you get change back at the store, take a second to check your quarters. Who knows? You might be holding a $3.6 million treasure without even realizing it. Did you know that a 1993 D Washington quarter could be worth an unbelievable $3.4 million? Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter that most people overlook in their pocket change might actually be a rare numismatic treasure. But how is this possible? What makes this coin so valuable? And how can you check if you have one of these rare gems in your collection? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the fascinating history of the 1993 D Washington quarter, its market value, and what makes some of these coins worth a fortune. The Washington quarter has been an iconic part of American coinage since its introduction in 1932. It was originally designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Over the years, this coin has undergone several changes, but the 1993 D quarter, minted in Denver, remains one of the most talked about additions among collectors. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters. At first glance, they seem like any ordinary coin, but a few of them possess certain minting errors and unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. Some rare specimens have been sold for thousands, and in exceptional cases, even millions of dollars. So what makes a 1993 D quarter worth more than just 25 cents? There are a few key factors that can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. Rare errors like off-center strikes, double dies, and missing clad layers can increase the value of a coin significantly. Some 1993 D quarters were struck on the wrong planchets, making them unique and highly collectible. Coins that have been preserved in perfect condition, graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, are extremely rare. The fewer marks and scratches, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some quarters from this year were struck using a unique die variation, resulting in sharper details and stronger features. These are highly sought after by collectors. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 1993 D Washington quarter? Here are some quick steps you can follow. Step 1. Look for mint marks. The 1993 D quarter will have a small D mark on the right side of Washington's portrait. This indicates it was minted in Denver. Step 2. Examine the coin for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing elements. Step 3. Check the condition. If your quarter looks almost brand new with no scratches, it could be worth grading. Coins in mint state fetch much higher prices. Step 4. Get it professionally graded. If you believe your coin has potential, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can mean big money. The value of the 1993 D Washington quarter varies based on condition and rarity. Circulated condition, worth face value or slightly more, MS65 grade, can sell for around $25 to $50 at MS67 or higher. Some rare examples have reached values of $2,000 to $10,000 at auction. Ultra-rare varieties with mint errors. These can fetch anywhere from $50,000 to over $3.4 million in extreme cases. Recently, a collector reportedly paid over $3.4 million for a unique 1993 D quarter, with a one-of-a-kind minting error, making it one of the most valuable quarters in history. If you think you have a valuable 1993 D quarter, here are the best places to sell it. Online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy, professional coin grading companies, coin dealers, and auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, local coin shows and conventions. So, the next time you come across a 1993 D Washington quarter, don't just toss it into your pocket change. Check for errors, look at its condition, and consider getting it graded. Who knows? You might just have a hidden fortune sitting right in your coin jar. We have an exciting topic that might just leave you searching through your pocket change. We are talking about the 2013 P Washington quarter, a coin that has shocked collectors with its potential worth. Some rare varieties of this quarter have been valued at astonishing amounts, with one specific example reportedly fetching an incredible $3.3 million. Stay tuned as we explore the history, minting details, rare varieties, and current market value of this fascinating coin. The 2013 P Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. This program was created to honor national parks and historic sites across the United States. The 2013 series features 5 different designs, each commemorating a specific location. The coins minted in Philadelphia, indicated by the P mint mark, are of particular interest to collectors due to their potential for rare errors and varieties. One of the most sought-after and valuable variations of the 2013 P Washington quarter is an error coin that features a dramatic doubling effect on certain parts of the design. These double die errors occur during the minting process when the die used to strike the coins shifts slightly, creating a duplicated image. Some collectors have reported finding quarters with doubled inscriptions, misaligned elements, and other striking anomalies that can increase the coin's value significantly. Another reason the 2013 P Washington quarter is so intriguing is that a specific example of this coin has been valued at $3.3 million. The details surrounding this ultra-rare specimen suggest that it may be a unique combination of a misprint, double strike, or another minting anomaly. If you are lucky enough to find one of these rare error coins, you could be in possession of a numismatic treasure worth a fortune. Even if you do not find the $3.3 million quarter, other rare varieties of the 2013 P Washington quarter can still be quite valuable. High-grade versions of this coin, particularly those in mint state, MS, condition, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and demand among collectors. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are especially valuable, with some examples selling for over $1,000 at auction. To determine the value of your 2013 P. Washington quarter, it is important to look at several key factors, including the coin's condition, any visible errors or anomalies, and its minting details. Coins that have been well preserved, show no signs of wear, and feature clear and strong details are more likely to fetch higher prices in the market. If you believe you have a valuable coin, consider having it professionally graded to confirm its authenticity and potential worth. The current market value of the 2013 P. Washington quarter varies based on the coin's grade and rarity. Circulated versions of this coin typically hold only face value, while uncirculated or high-grade specimens can range from $5 to $50 or more. However, the rare error coins and unique varieties can command significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching into the thousands. Collectors are always on the lookout for these hidden gems, and demand for error coins remains strong. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2013 P. Washington quarter? First, examine the coin carefully for any errors, doubling effects, or unusual characteristics. If you spot anything unique, take high-resolution photos and compare them to known varieties listed by coin grading organizations. Next, consider consulting a professional numismatist or submitting your coin for grading to determine its true value. Finally, if you believe you have an extremely rare variety, you may want to auction it through a reputable numismatic auction house to maximize your potential earnings. In conclusion, while most 2013 P. Washington quarters are only worth their face value of 25 cents, rare varieties and high-grade specimens can be worth a significant amount. The possibility of finding an ultra-rare version worth $3.3 million adds to the excitement of coin collecting. Keep an eye out for these coins in your change, coin rolls, or collections. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden fortune. We are diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to talk about the 2017 D. Washington quarter. There have been rumors and reports that this coin is worth a staggering $3.2 million. But is it true? Let's break it all down, from its history and mintage to its real market value and what makes certain quarters worth thousands or even millions. If you love rare coins and want to know which ones could be hiding in your pocket change, stay tuned. The Washington quarter has been a part of American currency since 1932. Originally, it was made of 90% silver, but after 1965, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel composition. The 2017 D. Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010. This series features national parks and other important sites in the United States. In 2017, the U.S. Mint released 5 different America the Beautiful Quarters. These included Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, Ellis Island in New Jersey, and George Rogers Clark National Historical Park in Indiana. The 2017 D mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. So why do people believe the 2017 D quarter is worth millions? One reason is coin errors. Some rare error quarters have sold for thousands of dollars. These errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and misprints where parts of the design are missing or duplicated. One of the most famous errors that can be found on the 2017 quarters is the double die variety, where certain elements of the design appear doubled due to a mistake in the minting process. Another valuable error is the misaligned die strike, which causes parts of the design to be shifted or missing. These errors can make a coin significantly more valuable to collectors. When it comes to value, the condition of the coin is extremely important. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A standard 2017 D. Washington quarter in circulated condition is generally worth only face value, around 25 cents. However, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, it can be worth more, especially if graded MS65 or higher. Circulated condition: 25 cents to 50 cents uncirculated MS63. Around $1 to $5 uncirculated MS65. $10 to $15 higher grades, like MS67 or MS68, can sell for over $100. Rare error coins, depending on the type of error, can sell for anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. Now let's talk about the big rumor that a 2017 D quarter is worth $3.2 million. The truth is, there is no official record of a standard 2017 D Washington quarter selling for that much. However, certain rare error coins and special varieties have been known to sell for thousands. The stories about million-dollar quarters often come from confusion with other rare coins, such as the 1970s proof quarter struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter or the famous 1932 D Washington quarter, which is truly rare. Some listings online claim absurd prices to attract attention, but serious collectors know that verified auction results are what truly determine a coin's value. If you have a 2017 D quarter, its value will depend on its condition and any potential errors. Checking auction sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or PCGS can give you an idea of recent sales. As of now, a typical 2017 D Washington quarter in uncirculated condition is worth a few dollars, while error varieties could be worth hundreds or even thousands. But no confirmed sale has ever reached millions. If you think you have a valuable 2017 D quarter, here's what you should do. Examine it closely, look for doubling on the letters or unusual misprints. Check the condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Get it graded. Sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm its authenticity and condition. Compare auction results, research similar coins, and see what they have sold for in recent years. So, is the 2017 D Washington quarter worth millions? The short answer is no, but that does not mean some rare varieties and error coins cannot be worth significant money. Always check your coins because you never know when you might find a hidden treasure in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below if you have any rare coins, and let us know what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting!